Magandang gabi, bayan ng Call of Duty. Nandito pa rin po tayo sa The Nationals Call of Duty Mobile Philippine Open. The last match para po sa gabing ito. And we're still your casters, Bravo 6 and the one and only Beef Mommy is in the house.
Ito na ang mga nagbabagang balita for Call of Duty Mobile. And especially this tournament is under the regulation and supervision of the GAB, Games and Amusement Board. I almost forgot about that because grabe talaga yung lamanan na nakita natin kanina. Sobrang wala akong maisip but that amazing game of S&D coming in from the side of Brent. And ngayon, speaking of Brent, ngayon komportable na sila. Now speaking of, yung dalawang teams natin, ito ang we like to call it a David and Goliath situation nga pala.
Naku, tama ka dyan, Beef Mommy. Dahil ang ating maghaharap sa huling bakbakan ngayong gabi, simulan natin yan sa pagpapakilala sa isa sa mga teams na talagang definitely are wanting, no? Gustong-gusto talaga nilang gumawa ng kasaysayan dito po sa ating The Nationals. Of course, the Happy Feet Emperors. Nga po mga kababayan, the Happy Feet Emperors. Ito na ba ang simula ng kanilang pagtapak? Susano, Yopi, Josh, Bert, Pepsi, and Olea. Beef Mommy, this is the match that they really need to win.
I mean, ito na nga yung pinag-uusapan natin eh. Itong team na to, wala pa silang points so far. And like what we keep saying and reiterating the whole day, especially last game na ngayon, every single game and every point matters kasi bukas may mawawala na kuponan, especially after this season, this series that we've seen so far. Kailangan talaga solid ang gameplay nila today.
And speaking of solid ang gameplay, ang susunod po nating team na ipapakilala ay talaga namang nagmumula sa isang maingay na barangay. Barangay na buhay. Ladies and gentlemen, Smart Omega!
Top dogs of the competition, Whoopi, Risky Rage, Candy, Idra, Young J, at ating mga coach Device and Jericho at the sideline. Grabe. Bravo 6, hindi na natin kailangan i-intro tong team na to eh. Pero nga lang, syempre, with the initial choice of Young J dito, hindi natin alam kung paano siya mag-integrate sa team na to, but obviously, he's doing such a great job.
Alam mo, swerte talaga yung mga may J sa Smart Omega. Jericho, di ba? Young J. Kulang na lang. Feeling ko yun yung magic letter na kinakailangan ng Smart Jomega.
Smart
Charot.
Jomega?
Joke lang, mga kabarangay. Kami naman talagang nag-e-enjoy lang dito sa The Nationals. And finally, I mean, it's my first time actually casting this team.
Talaga ba?
Yes.
Grabe, sobrang palpitate ka talaga. But speaking of banned maps that we have today, Standoff and Hacienda. I mean, wala. Ayaw talaga nila maglaro dito Hacienda. But there's a good thing though kasi makita tayo ng slumps and take off yet again in firing range for control. But before that, look at that banned operator skills as well.
Sparrow and Gravity Vortex Gun. So, labanan ng Isaw versus 44 Magnum.
Ayun na nga.
Sunog versus Bala, di ba? And that is actually it will make a really good match because finally may purifier na ulit. Diba? Tagal-tagal natin hindi nakita pero I want to see this slums hardpoint match. Alam mo, gustong-gusto ko talaga nilalaro yung hardpoint sa slums eh. I mean, come on. This is one of the mapa o mga mapa talaga na talagang masasabi nating dito ka masusubukan pagdating sa diskarte. May eskinita, may open space doon sa luneta. Kumbaga talagang malalaman natin mga kababayan, sino ba ang hari ng tundo. Diba?
Oo nga.
Kasi parang ano DJ, para siyang neighborhood mga kababayan So eto na nga, hard point, here we go. 2-1. Let's go blue side ang ating Omega and the Happy Feet Emperors will be on the yellow. Sino kaya ang mauuna, Beef Mami?
Ito na nga, tignan natin kung sino makakuha ng mga power position at magdidictate kung saan mag-spawn kasi nga alam natin dito sa slums, sobrang hirap ng map na to kasi ang liit. So tendency niyan, they're gonna be spawning right beside each other and then so far so good. Wala pang control from both of these teams whatsoever but slowly but surely, smart Omega making these right decisions.
Eto na nga mga kababayan, tama ka dyan Beef Mami. Whoopi with the R9. Kanina pa natin nakita yung shotgun pick na yan. And as we could see right now, from behind, Whoopi from behind. Pero mukhang nahuli kagad ni Susano si Whoopi. Yopi going in for that kill right there. 16-0. Tuloy-tuloy ang pag-abante ng Barangay.
Ito na nga, with Barangay Omega, tignan natin kung kaya ng Barangay Tandod na Whoopi. May parang batuta yung ano niya kasi di siya maka Kailangan lumapit talaga. So parang melee weapon ng R9 sa kanya. But good thing for him. Ito na nga, maaga talaga ang rotation nila. And this is what you like kasi medyo nagiging manihil na talaga tong P2 kasi nga ang hirap talaga niya. It's gonna be a funnel. Especially you need to control here in pillars. And so far, Omega's using the advantage of that heady to really just get rid of all of those players.
I couldn't agree more. 25-20, humawil kagad ang Happy Feet. Kapag nanalo ang Happy Feet dito, Beef Mami, mga kababayan, it will be the biggest shocker of the night. Talagang lahat magugulat. Kumbaga, makikita natin, Whoopi, ito na nga, going in for the R9. Idra with a big two-piece kill right there. At mukhang ready na ang pang-isaw, pang-samgyup ni Whoopi, Beef Mami.
Ayun na nga, mukhang they're gonna be getting a full 60 here. Nahirapan talaga ngayon ang Happy Feet pumasok dito sa hardpoint. Sobrang solid talaga ng hold and so far. Walang umaapak, but there you go. May nakapasok na isa, may nakalusot na dalawa. But then, speaking of, it still doesn't matter kasi all of the gunfights being won by Omega.
Omega definitely going in for that XS1 Goliath kanina pero mukhang na-deny yata. And as we could see right now, Omega going in. Whoopi ready na ang piece, ang Pure Firebreath, napatay siya. Josh going in. Risky going in for the close. Olea sinusubukan pumasok, napatay si Candy. But they will only get the scrap points. At eto na nga, tira-tira na naman ang napupunta sa ating Happy Feet Emperors.
Sino mo yung mga score streaks, no? If only you can use them. Sadi. Ako actually, pag ako naglalaro, feeling ko pag pro player ako and bawal yung mga score streak, feeling ko mapipindot ko talaga siya out of the force of habit. But now, speaking of habits, let's see if the habit of Omega going in there for that early rotation goes in there very quickly. But unfortunately for them, nakapwesto na talaga doon ang Happy Feet.
Oh, talaga naman. And that's, if I could just correct myself earlier, hindi sila gumamit niyan. Kasi bawal again ang score streaks. All form of score streaks are not allowed in the Nationals. Big kills coming in from Happy Feet. And they are gonna try and close in sa Omega. Magagawa kaya nila kung ano nagawa ng Brent? Tignan natin.
Whoopi gets one essential kill. Tries to go in for the side. Really just utilizing that heady button. Unfortunately, wala siyang nabigay. And now, going in there as well, Candy nawala. Susano, sobrang galing talaga ng hole niya dito. Ang ganda ng smoke as well. I feel like that just allowed Smart Omega, but unfortunately, didn't really get a lot of these kills. But there you go. Scrap points coming in from the side of Omega. But ito na nga, sumasagot na talaga ang Happy Feet.
Happy Feet, kinakailangan tumapak ng tumapak ang kanilang mga paa if they want to cruise control. And Olea, napatay si Candy right there. Whoopi na sa Candy. Olea, nagsunog na nga! Pero nasunog din ni Olea ang tubig. Nagpakabumbero siya doon, Beef Mami. Pepsi, eto na nga. Sinusubukang pumasok. Rage, ready na to go out all Rage. Pero mukhang nalikuran si Rage. Candy, andyan na nga mga kababayan. Eto, sinusubukan ng mag-lead ng ating Happy Feet. But will it be enough? They're investing a lot of investments just to keep Omega away from that hill.
Absolutely. And what Omega needs to do, kailangan nila i-control ang fountain. Yun yung nasilikod
Wow!
ngayon ng hardpoint. But there you go. A lot of kills coming in from Yopi. Really essential for his team. But unfortunately for him, Candy brings him down. And yun na nga, ang daming points talaga nakuha dito ng Happy Feet. Yung dahilan dyan, like what I said already, Omega, walang control when it comes to fountain. Alam nila, importante doon just dictate the spawn.
And I couldn't agree more. 25 seconds, 100-point mark has been breached. Wow! Look at that lead, Beef Mami. 101-66, that's big. And if I were you, kung ako sa Happy Feet, capitalize. Tapak, rotate. Kung gawin mo na kung ano kailangan mong gawin. Try and outplay. But again, we know how Omega will try and come back. They're the kings of comebacks, mga kababayan.
And now, speaking of capitalize those letters, come back. And now you get to see it. A lot of rotations pulling through from the side of Happy Feet. So far, so good. Ang ganda ng rotations nila. And now for Omega, is it possible for a comeback? Definitely. Nakita na natin dito before, di ba? Pero nakita nga natin from Omega, nangyari na yon up against a team like Bren. So tignan natin kung for a team like Happy Feet, keep the momentum because tignan mo, ang ganda ng positioning nila so far. They're just winning all of their gunfights.
And I couldn't agree more. Tingnan mo, ang kalaban ng Happy Feet, Beef Mami, is the OG Omega lineup. Ha? Whoopi, got Candy, got Rage, Risky, and Idra. Talagang glued na talaga sila chemistry-wise. Pero I think mukhang lumalamang ang ating Happy Feet in terms of how they try to step inside the hill. Kasi kanina nung una, medyo dominant yung Omega sa hill, nabaliktad ng Happy Feet. Pero mukhang bumabalik na rin now that we're on our second rotation, if I am not mistaken. Ito na, 130-81, and Whoopi is ready with a big R90 kill.
Pero dito pwede mag-comeback ang Omega kasi nga sobrang galing ng gameplay nila coming in here. Not just that, fully streaked out for the side of Omega. So not only that, it's going to be heavy defense coming in from this team. Sobrang galing talaga na ng Sol. Baby talaga na itong P2 because of how well they go and defend. And Whoopi with the 80, not only that, gets out the Purifier almost. And there you go. Very solid defense here, but mukhang pillars, mahirapan ang Happy Feet to go and infiltrate.
Tama ka dyan kasi 52 seconds na lang yung natitira doon sa ating P2, and as we could see right now mga kababayan, 93-139, it's not that big of a lead. Happy Feet, kinakailangan na nilang bumalik, kinakailangan na nilang tumapak. Yopi napatay ni Rage right there, big two-piece annihilator kill, and Pepsi nandyan din sa Gedli pero napapatay pa rin sila ni Rage. Grabe ang depensa na ginagawa ng ating Omega. Ang barangay dumidepensa para hindi makapasok ang mga tagalabas, and 103-142, this is still anyone's ball game.
Exactly, and now, ang daming points na nakuha ng Omega. Pero, what we didn't see before, may points na rin dito. Scrap points coming in from the side of Happy Feet Emperors. And now, that allows them to go in for the rotation, going into the next hill as well. So ito, medyo nahirapan Omega dito to go in for the break. And with the 55 lead points here coming in from Happy Feet, we need to see Omega step it up.
At kinakailangan na nilang mag one shot at this point. Pepsi, nako, hindi nakita ni Whoopi. Nasunog tuloy siya ni Pepsi. And as we could see right now, 140-point lead mga kababayan. Makakayanan kaya ng Happy Feet na i-extend ito hanggang sa dulo at sumabog na patay ni Susano si Whoopi.
And now, mahirapan ulit sila Susano going in there for the heavy defense. Yung problema kasi ito ng Omega, they heavily utilize and defend P2, and pag yung rotation sa P3, wala, nahihirapan sila. And
Correct.
no one so far from both of these teams has a solid control over Fountain, which is really the key to win this P3. And not just that, yung rotation going into P4 as well.
Tama ka dyan, Beef Mami. And as we could see right now, eto na, 180, nakatapak na ulit ang Omega, bumalik na ulit sa kanilang winning ways. But will this be sustainable? Big three-piece coming in there from Pepsi. Pero I think Josh napatay si Risky, Yopi napatay si Candy, Rage napatay si Pepsi. Mukhang sumusubok ng lumaban. Both teams are at quintuple doubles now, meaning all teams have double-digit kills at this point. Pero mukhang eto na, Whoopi ng Pilipinas, mukhang nakapitas. At as we could see right now, 190, 10 points na lang, 200-point mark na ang Happy Feet Emperors. This is momentum na kinakailangan nilang ipagpatuloy, Beef.
Ang ganda rin ng usage nila ng kanilang operator kills is so good. The timing of everything is just so perfect and on point. But then just like that, wala pa ring solid hold coming in from both of these teams going to P4. But just as I said that, ito na nga, sobrang ganda ng pag-break in ng Omega. And dito, they can go in for the solid defense here and probably play for catch-up.
Catch up talaga, catch up parang ketchup, minsan malagkit pero talagang masarap. And as we could see right now mga kababayan, 191, ngayon lang ulit gumalaw yung Happy Feet. Nararamdaman na nila kasi Beef yung pressure na ginagawa ng Omega. Ito na yung sinasabi natin comeback is real mga kababayan.
Diamonds are built under pressure, and now for Happy Feet Emperors, tignan natin kung are they going to be a diamond in the rough. But then so far, medyo ito na nga, kinakabahan na ang Happy Feet kasi humahabol na nga sa puntos dito ng Omega. Pero good for them, sobrang solid ng hold na after we go for this reset. Ang galang ng hold nila coming in from the previous P1.
Tama ka dyan, Yopi, nagbabantay na sa Gedli ng Anda Circle na siguro to. Andito na tayo, Susano, susunog na naman. And as we could see right now, Susano, eto na, magsusunog na naman si Maring Susano. And as we could see, eto na nga, may napatay na naman, may naisaw na naman. Eto na naman, Susano, buhay pa rin ang Fury. And mukhang 200 point mark na tayo, Big Mami, 1v3. Grabe naman yon mga kababayan, ang daming nalutong isaw.
Actually ako parang iniisip ko Samgyup no?
Oo.
Susano may nahabol pang isa pa. Grabe, 40 kills to his name with the Peacekeeper MK2. This is amazing gameplay, individual gunfights and gun skills being won. Pero nga lang, even though ang dami na napatay, 176 and 208, yung scrap points napupunta pa rin sa Omega.
Tama ka dyan, Beef Mami, kasi ito na yung sinasabi natin. Kumbaga sa una, hinahayaan magka-momentum ng Omega yung kanilang mga kalaban, pero from behind, bigla silang tatapak. At ito, scrap points coming in for the side of Happy Feet. Early rotation dyan sa P2, mga kababayan. Inuutakan na ng barangay. Sinusubukan nila na mahawakan itong ating second point because yung second hill na yan, Beef Mami, pustahan, pag nakadiretsyong 40, 50, 60 ka dyan, panalo ka na.
Exactly, pero nga lang for Omega, hindi sila makakanalo. Walang panalo dito sa hill na to. Kailangan nila mag-rotate for them to win. But for Happy Feet Emperors, kayang-kaya nila panalo dito sa hill na to if they win all of it. And now, speaking of Susano, really important kill. Nakuha ng isa, pero sobrang solid 60 ang gusto dito ng Smart Omega.
60 indeed. Pero eto na, lumalapit na rin sila sa 200 point mark, Beef. Eto na, 199 to 224. If I were Happy Feet, nilabas na ni Olea ang legendary KRM, ang paboritong shotgun ni Coach Pika. 226 to 199. Big kill coming in from Whoopi. Another one. Will it be another 3? Sisigaw na ba si DJ Khaled? Titingnan natin. Yes, sir! Ito na nga. 234. Yes, sir! One more! One more! Grabe naman. Sunod-sunod yung patay ni Whoopi ron na.
Ito na nga, yung sobrang galing talaga ng Happy Feet Emperors dito, Bravo. Kasi you didn't get to allow Omega to have that full 60 yung contest. Grabe. But then speaking of, rotation coming into P3, already ensuing coming in from Omega. Parang flip na nakita natin dito. Omega, in the past 2 rounds, sobrang galing nila sa P2, but now they went in there very early for the rotation here in P3.
20 na lang, 20 pesos hanggang saan naabot ang 20 mong lamang. 235 to 221. Eto na nga, sumusubok ng umariba ang Omega. Will they come from behind? 8 na lang, 7 na lang, 9 na lang, 5 na lang, Beef Mami. Konti na lang, mauungusan na nila ang Happy Feet Emperors. Tay na nga mga kababayan at lamang na ang barangay.
Ang galing ng play ng Omega. Get as much points dito sa P2. Early rotate going to P3. Just this allowing the win over into Happy Feet Emperors. And 3 points na lang at mananalo na sila. And it was such a close game. Ito na nga, Smart Omega winning this hard point matchup.
What a comeback.
Galing.
Ginawa nila sa Garena Masters, ginawa nila sa mga local tournament, ginawa pa rin nila sa The Nationals. Ang hari ng comebacks, mga kababayan, Smart Omega literally outsmarting the Happy Feet Emperors.
Walang sablay dito sa may final moments sa game na to. Medyo may sablay going into the beginning, yes. Especially, grabe talaga yung catch-up gameplay talaga nila. But especially with the guidance of Whoopi with that 48k. And not just that, everyone else, tignan nyo kung gaano katagal ang apak dito ng Smart Omega. More than a minute for most of his team. And now dito sa kabila naman, Susano with that 50 as well. So yes, he has the most kills here so far. Pero nga lang, everyone else medyo nahirapan din. But you know what, for me, it's a really good deal for Happy Feet. I'm really impressed with their gameplay today.
Yeah, and syempre kinakailangan talaga nila mag-step up kasi if they defeat Omega here, it will be a really big deal. Pero tingnan mo yung hard point time ng ating mga taga Smart Omega, di ba? Or actually both teams. Both teams.
No?
It goes both ways. Four-man objective play for both teams.
And I mean, it's just really down to the timing of the rotation. Kasi yung, especially in those last moments, I just really want to put and highlight it, diba? Kasi nga, for Smart Omega, alam nila na hindi matatapos, hindi sila mananalo dun sa P2. And then for Happy Feet, alam nila there's a chance to go in there, but hindi sila nag-rotate ng maaga going into P2. And so far though, nakakuha sila ng points dun sa P2, but yung mali nila is hindi sila nag-rotate early into P3.
But then again, eto na nga mga kababayan, eto na, bagong mode na naman, bagong kinakailangan na mag-rotate ulit or rather mag-restart. At makita natin yung highlights, Beef Mami, ito, nang makita natin kung papaano nangyari itong comeback na malupit galing sa barangay. And as we could see right now, they had early control. Tapos biglang umariba yung happy feet. Tapos biglang sa dulo, wait lang. I've seen this before. Nakita ko na to.
Yung Happy Feet Emperors, alam mo na parang bilang na talaga yung mga points sa sobrang galing nila. Usually P1, P3, P4, that's where they shine. Medyo nako-contest ng konti yung P1, pati yung P4, and wala, no questions asked. Smart Omega was so good here in P2. Medyo shaky nga coming into that third rotation kasi nakita mo yung points nakuha na doon. Pero there's a reason why pinamigay nila ang P2 dito sa Happy Feet Emperors kasi nga, I feel like they're just a few steps ahead when it comes to the play. Kasi nga,
Correct.
they made it into an advantage going into P3.
Eto na nga mga kababayan, we are definitely gonna see more of that comeback siguro in the next round. Pero tingnan natin, baka biglang out of nowhere mang-upset tong Happy Feet at mabigyan tayo ng unang control match for the night. Malalaman po natin yan because, by the way, if you don't want to miss out sa mga latest happenings, mga latest ganaps, mga latest na balita about the Nationals, you could do follow us on our socials. That is facebook.com/PHNationals, at PHNationals sa Twitter at Instagram, and of course, hanapin nyo lang po ang YouTube channel, youtube.com/TheNationalsPH.
Don't forget to follow them, no?
Oo,
I mean, honestly, just go and follow it. And also, you don't want to miss the possible last two matches that we have today. Again, this has been the Nationals, your home of the original esports. You're going to definitely see a lot more gameplay here. Don't miss out.
kababayan, nagbabalik pa rin po ang The Nationals Call of Duty Mobile Philippine Open. Bravo 6 and Beef Mommy still on the call for you. Beef, eto na, SMB na.
Ito na ang
Hinga.
SMB. Medyo
Hinga.
we have to slow things down. Ito yung lagi natin sinasabi kasi nga, yung momentum ng Happy Feet, nandun na eh.
Oo nga.
Pero, nabitawan. And this is what me and my friends like to say, they dropped the spaghetti. Yung spaghetti, bumaba.
Pababa ng pababa.
Exactly.
Sorry, hindi ko kayang gawin yung sa'yo. Pero tingnan natin mga kababayan kung ito bang search and destroy ay magpapanalo na ba? Kumbaga, magsasaya na ba ang Barangay Omega? Or will it be one night and one more time para sa Happy Feet Emperors? Kasi grabe talagang kanina eh. Tama kayo. Alam mo, joking aside, kung meron ka ng pagkakataon to really upend, throw a team off its balance, di ba? Gawin mo na, pero eto na nga mga kababayan, andito tayo sa take-off, search and destroy. Ano kaya mangyayari, di ba?
One more time dito sa takeoff. But it's a good thing that SND is going to be the game mode. Medyo mahirap to kasi sniper battle to.
Yes, sir.
Is it going to be a really good night coming in from Happy Fit Warriors, or is it going to be thanks for the memories na lang coming in from the side of Omega? Kasi nga, no joke to. Kasi nakita nga natin dito, ang ganda ng chemistry talaga ng Omega, but we are subbing out Risky for Young J. So again, sniper to. Ang ganda ng laro ng particular player na to. And then coming in from the side of Happy Feet Emperors naman, si Coach Olea is going to be subbed out coming in from Perp. So again, tignan natin yung sniper battle dito, mainit talaga.
At hindi lang mainit, nagbabaga parang mga balita. Kasi kung titingnan natin yung mapa na yan, alam mo, nasanay tayo na take-off ginagawang hardpoint eh. Diba? Kumbaga talagang tapakan, pero ito diskarte to. Maraming paraan para makapag-cover, pero at the same time, parang ito yung mga nakikita nating sitwasyon sa iba't ibang mga battlefield na merong mga high ground, may mga power position kung saan pwede ka mag-snipe. And here we go. Beef Mommy, take it away.
Happy Feet Emperors are going to be on the attacker side, and now for Omega, silang mag-defend. And so far, so good coming in from both of these teams, trying to get nga yung power position dito sa launch center. Idra spots one, gets one entry kill, and munti ka na nga mapatay, pero buti na lang, goes in there for the hideout.
Eto na nga mga kababayan, 4v5 situation. Idra, nagtatago pa rin. Rage, napatay si Josh. Yopi, nasa gilid oh. Yopi. Op, huli ka balbon! Patay! Ang si Idra ni Yopi dyan sa may mezzanine.
Grabe, ang ganda ng timing nun. And not checking your corners. And ilang beses na natin sinasabi to always check your corners, especially dito sa SND. 2v2 situation. And so far, with 1 minute on the clock, ang dami pang time for the side of Perp and Yopi to go and find a way kung anong bomb site yung gusto nila kunin. Kasi so far, ang heavy defense coming in from Alpha. Pero nga lang, yung openness ng Bravo, may hirapan din sila to go and defend and plant.
Tama ka dyan, Beef. Alam mo, ito, 2v2, walang, hindi kagad napipitas yung bomb holder, which is very, very important. At Candy now going in for the Switchblade Perp. Binabantayan pa rin yung mezzanine. And as we could see right now, talagang Happy Feet is gonna put their feet wet. Pero nakita na nga ni Candy. Candy na patay! Grabe naman ang pag-snipe na yon. Candy nasa Gedli, hindi niya nakita. What? Will he be able to finish off Perp? Will he be able to go in for the slay? Yes, sir! Sinubukang mag-Marceline pero hindi umabot. 1-0 for the side of Omega.
Grabe, parang nag-slow motion yung
Diba?
yung sniper ni Candy, ano?
Kaya nga eh.
Parang dumikit lang, grabe.
Para
As in,
siyang yung mga eksena sa pelikula, Beef eh.
may different cutscenes pa ganun.
Cinematic, di ba?
Ito na nga ang Omega Cinematic Universe. But anyway, back to the game. Ang ganda ng ginawa ng for the side of Happy Feet Emperors. They were so passive. There was a good readjustment. But then just like that, medyo nahirapan talaga sila sa gunfire. At the end of that round, medyo nalito na sila. And parang na-bring over, na-spill over dito sa round na to, yung confusion nila.
Tama ka dyan. At hindi ka pwedeng malito. Kapag nalito ka, kinakailangan humanap ng paraan para makabalik sa iyong momentum. Susano with the sniper right now. Binabantayan yung ating supposedly... Oh, wait a minute! Young J! Mainit na mainit with that sniper kill right there. That is his first contribution. Unang ambag, sabi nga nila mga kababayan. Susano, naka-sniper pa rin. Nagbabantay sa may welcome rotonda. Pero mukhang si Whoopi, ang sniper ng Pinas, the best sniper in the country. Will he be able to live up to the title ngayong gabi? Nakita na nga Susano. Ayan, no? Kita kaya niya si Young J, Beef?
Hindi niya makikita yun. Medyo nakatago talaga sila. But then the information for Omega, bomb spotted kung narinig nyo yun. So it means they know where the bomb is going to be. And now for Susano, mahirapan siya. Especially if he goes and engages with Young J. But looks like he's in a prime position to go in there for the quick scope. Oh, doesn't really quite get it. And now Susano, medyo mahirapan siya kasi mapipinch na nga siya with player number 5. That's gonna be it. They're going in for the kill. Susano gets 1. Okay, good. Good so far. And now for Omega, kailangan nila to group up, to go in there for the pinch, sabay-sabay. Ito talaga ang beat na walang sablay.
Ito, nasabay-sabay tayo mag-spot ng bomba. Ito na nga, napatay ni Idra si Susano. And that makes it 2-0 for the side of Omega. Brilliant, brilliant defensive mindset right there coming in from Smart Omega. Susano had a chance to really find a way to upend things, pero nautakan lang talaga siya ng Smart Omega.
No, ganda nga ng play na yun, no? I mean, the pinch just really works out at the very end. And natingnan natin. And now, a different play coming in from the side of the Happy Feet Emperors. They're gonna be passive. Dito lang tayo sa launch base where they're just gathering that information. Again, kailangan natin maging passive because so far, nahirapan talaga sila. And now, finally, the information comes through. Big kill coming in from Pepsi, but then Idra going in there for the response.
Grabing sagutan yan mga kababayan. Idra making another kill right there. Rather, Yopi napatay si Rage. Idra sinusubukan patayin si Susano. Pero mukhang nakataka siya kaagad. Idra nagbabantay ngayon sa ating second floor right there. Josh killing Candy with a pistol right there. And Susano again. Isa na naman siya sa mga naiiwan. So kinakailangan ni Susano ngayon, alam mo, kailangan may backup siya. Kung hindi man siya mabackupan, at least makahanap siya ng way para mapatay. Pero napatay na nga ni Idra si Susano, and that leaves us with Josh. Si Josh ang naiwan between Young, and it's 1v2 situation, Young J and Idra.
Ito na nga, Josh, 1 kill to his name. Has to go and pick up the bomb. Ito na nga, medyo mahirapan siya. Pero nga lang, hindi na nakita si Young J. That caught timing. Nung tumingin siya sa taas, hindi niya alam, may na-crossover na pala from the Smart Omega gang. No information whatsoever. And ang galing talaga ng timing into the favor of Omega.
My name is Josh. Nagbabantay sa second floor. And as we could see right now, bumaba na siya sa ground. Nagbabantay, nakikita, mukhang dinedepensahan si Young J, nasa Gedli, naka-switch blade itong si Kuya Monjosh, nakuha ang bomba, muntik na, muntik, so close yet so far, Beef.
He didn't really have any kind of situation or time to play with it. Medyo nahirapan talaga siya doon. And syempre yung bomba, he needs to go and pick it up. We already had it before, that situation nga na every time na mabababa talaga yung bomba, mahirapan for the play kasi your teammates have to go in there for the play and just really adjust just in case that happens. They need to go and pull it up. Tignan mo tong bomb carrier, diba? Sobrang layo ni Perp and he's going in for that 1v1 situation which he did not win.
And tama ka dyan, Whoopi going in with a... Inilabas na. Ito na yung hinahantay mo, Coach Pika. Inilabas na ni Whoopi ang kanyang right-tech AMR for the kill right there. And grabe. No one can definitely contest Whoopi, the best sniper in the Philippines, putting that years of experience to make that big kill. 4 kills to Whoopi's name, 4-0 on the side of Smart Omega.
I mean, for the reason why na medyo nahirapan talaga yung Happy Feet kasi nga yung bomb extension, the bomb carrier medyo overextended siya. Whoopi though, the one almost gets that second, but then there you go, finally gets traded out. And Pepsi, buti na lang nandun siya for the backup. And now, one more player to go. Susano is the only person left. And dito na nga, hinahabol na siya. Naamoy na nila. But then, Susano gets 1. Oh, gets 2. But then Idra going in there behind them. Nahirapan na nga si Susano. Not just that, we are at 1 point away, 1 map away into that map point advantage.
I couldn't agree more. 5-0, Barangay, mag-ingay, mukhang kanila yata itong gabi na to 5-0 mga kababayan, sunod-sunod na panalo coming in from Smart Omega. Happy Feet, hindi nila dapat iwanang mag-isa yung kanilang bomb carrier na si Perp. Kasi yun yung nakikita natin kanina pa for the last few rounds, Beef. Hindi mo pwedeng iwanan. May mga bagay talaga na kinakailangan mong protektahan at isa na doon ang bomba. Napatay na nga ni Yopi si Whoopi, and that is a big kill coming in from the Happy Feet Emperors. They really need to focus now and let no man fly behind. Rage, nalikuran si Perp. At eto na naman. Ito na naman, Big Mom.
Backstop na naman. Pero no, this has been an advantage here. Pero nga lang, 2v1 situation. Finally, we have an advantage coming in from the Happy Feet Emperors. Good. 5-1. Medyo mahaba pa talaga ang galawan dito for them to finally win and get 1 more point. Medyo nahihirapan na talaga sila, especially going up against Omega, especially with Whoopi bringing out his right tech and the scope. Okay. So far, so good. And this is what I keep saying when I cast every time. Okay, just take it one step at a time. Forget what happened in the past and because focus here on what's happening in the present.
Lalo na sa Happy Feet Emperors na wala bang nakukuhang panalo sa Nationals. This alam mo yon, they could either upend the series or they would just be one of another team sa talaga namang mapapatay ng Smart Omega. And Young J killing Pepsi. Naubos ang fizz ng Pepsi right there. Yopi pinatay si Idra 5-1. And that is a 3v2. Mukhang nasa man advantage. Nope, I spoke too soon, Beef.
Ito na nga. Well, parang nakita natin nung kanina no? For Happy Feet Emperors, they had an advantage a while ago and now di nila basically compete the situation and there you go, 6-1. Ang bilis ng pangyayari dito.
Oo,
Kasi
kay bilis namang maglaho ng tutok mo, sinta.
Galing. We love it. Karaoke na nga tayo.
Oo nga, ito na nga mga kababayan. 6-1, one night, and one more time. Will it be a thanks for the memories, Happy Feet Emperors, o makaka-6-2 pa kaya sila, Beef?
Oo nga, tingnan natin kung si Happy Feet Emperors maka-happy to serve na lang dito.
Happy to serve.
Happy to serve. Pak, pak.
Boom! Grabe naman yon, 5-3 situation, buo pa rin ang Smart Omega na likuran ni Rage si Perp. Ito na nga, 4-2, be 4-2.
There you go. Very slowly, a 4-2 situation. And now for Omega, are they gonna be hunting for those kills? Tignan natin kung magiging greedy sila a little bit. But Whoopi can obviously go and win those engagements. But kailangan talaga i-outsmart ng Happy Feet Emperors itong Omega. Pero syempre, sobrang hirap. Pepsi gets one, so that's good. Regroup sila. Kailangan mag-duo sila with Rage. Mahirapan din siya kasi he's gonna be grooting. One more! Gets two! And there you go! Omega getting that win here in Search and Destroy.
Alam mo, matagal-tagal kong inipon tong ano na to eh. I will sum up what happened in a song. And by the way, there's Coach J. Coach Jericho is in the building. Basta tayo'y magkakasama, laging may Omegang kay ganda. Kasi talaga namang, alam mo yun, they were very cohesive. Sabay-sabay pumapasok, sabay-sabay sumusugod, hindi nang iiwan. O, kita mo, pati pa naman sa posing, talaga sinasabahan nitong ating mga players ang isa't isa. And that was a really good test of how Young J was able to really blend himself dun sa sistema ng Smart Omega.
Absolutely. And can I just give some love for Rage? Kasi grabe mang clutch talaga tong player na to.
Correct.
Nakikita ko na siya going into the, I think it was Garena Masters 3. Nung siya din, nagka-3P siya at such a tense moment. And now, it really just shows dito din, di ba? Nakadalawang kills siya just to end the round. Alam niya kung saan pumunta, saan bumackstab, and it just really shows na this is such a solid team. But then again, for Happy Feet Emperors, they really tried so hard, especially in that hard point. But dito sa SND, sobrang nahirapan talaga sila.
Oo, talagang nahirapan ng todo itong ating Happy Feet Emperors. Kasi, again, we were citing earlier, Beef Mami, no, na lagi nila naiiwan si Perp, which is definitely a, hindi naman no-no, pero parang it's not the ideal situation. If you are attacking, you have to protect the bomb carrier at all costs and or kinakailangan ikot kagad, pick up kagad. Kasi kung hindi ka man maunahan o hindi ka man makalamang in terms of bombs, pwede kang makalamang in terms of searching your opponents. Kaya nga tinawag to na search and destroy, and Omega definitely putting in that glued, alam mo yun, yung pag-blend talaga nila sa sistema, letting Young J do his work, letting Whoopi also do his time-tested sniper tactics right there, and of course, that comeback coming in from Rage. Grabe, and ito na nga, Rage, oh, diba? Ito na, watch this, ito, boom, two-piece Chicken Joy ang kakainin ni Rage ngayon.
Well, that's our Chicken Joy play of the day for
Not
Rage.
sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Exactly.
Hashtag these nuts. These nuts, mga kababayan. Because that match definitely drove us nuts.
I mean, this is just absolutely insane gameplay that we've seen here so far. Sobrang crispy, no? Sobrang langhap, sarap ng mga gameplay na nakita natin ngayon. And
Again, not
especially,
sponsored.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I wish I can sponsor it. Baka sponsored by Beef Mami yan.
Baka naman.
Yan na lang.
Sabi nga ni Ninong Rai, baka naman. Pero alam nyo mga kababayan, it only proves to show na, yun nga eh, ulitin ko ulit yung sinabi ko kanina, pag magkakasama kasi sa SND, importante na may glue, may tiwala ka sa kateam mo. And speaking of tiwala, Idra is gonna be our most valuable player of the match. 30 kills, 20 assists. That's a big double-double coming in from Idra sa hardpoint. But he had 8 kills sa ating search and destroy. Beef, what do you make of these stats?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's not the most that we've seen here today nga, diba? Sobrang ang dami nating nakitang crazy kills and like 45 kills ata. I kind of forgot which team that is. Pero something that we actually said off camera, diba? Na the comeback of the chopper. And sobrang nostalgic talaga for me. And to see Idra holding a chopper yet again. Because I think one or two, almost a year ago, more than a year ago rather, we saw Idra was probably one of the biggest reasons why everyone in the rank games naka-chopper sila kasi siya nga ang chopper god, siya ang wall bang god, especially with a chopper in hand, diba?
Oh, and especially with the buff that comes from the recent update, may 5-point per bullet damage buff yung chopper. So talagang it's also one of those picks na importante or rather, pwede mong balikan. Kasi OG yan eh. OG MG ang chopper na yan eh.
Actually, diba? And ang ganda talaga ng season na to kasi there's no one weapon that dominates all. And that's been happening in the past few seasons dito sa Call of Duty Mobile, and it's really nice to see na a lot of diversity when it comes to the weapon choices. And also, importante yun when it comes to you playing the game and just really being one up. Kunwari kung may chopper ka, diba? It means you're gonna be sacrificing movement speed, but obviously you need to play the game really smartly. Now, speaking of smartly, Smart Omega just picks up 3 more points. So far, sila pa rin ang top honcho ng tournament na to.
And definitely lahat ho ng mata nakatingin sa kanila, and all of the other teams are definitely watching especially itong last match kasi bukas meron pa tayong another day of the play-ins. Pero I think, Beef, that was a great run. That was a great casting run from the first match up to the 6th match today. What are your thoughts before we log off for the night?
I mean, we just ended things at 2-0 all across the board. I mean, sobrang ina-expect talaga natin na hopefully to reach a control, but I think I'm just gonna manifest it for tomorrow in day number 3.
Oo. Ako, maybe tingnan natin, medyo tama ka dyan. Kasi ito yung chance na talagang medyo mag-mission critical lahat ng bagay. Importante for all of the teams to rethink, regroup, re-strategize, do whatever you need. Because importante po na in a pro series like this, you gotta play at your optimum level. And with Smart Omega, everyone, the eyes are on Smart Omega for a good reason, simply because they've been time tested. All the other teams are also blending in and they are also making their own highlights. Pero malalaman natin bukas, mga kababayan, kasi bukas magkakaalaman yung ating last day for the Nationals Pro Series play-in. So sa ngalan po ng bumubuo ng ating League Operations team, of course, our production team, our talent management team, and everyone from our co-casters, si Bibi Mbap at saka si Coach Pika, my name is Bravo 6.
And my name's Beef Mommy. Muling magbabalik bukas para sa day number 3. Don't forget to miss it. Signing out.
Alright, maraming salamat mga kababayan. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, Pilipinas. Isang araw na naman ang lumipas. Maraming salamat. And when we return for the Nationals, we have Likeable with all the highlights. Maraming salamat. Magandang gabi, bayan ng community.